1. Cable television. Remember the days when we'd rush home to catch our favorite shows on cable TV? Well, those days are long gone. I used to spend a fortune on cable packages only to find myself flipping through channels and never finding anything to watch. That's when I decided to cut the cord and switch to streaming services. Streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime offer a wide variety of content at a fraction of the cost of cable. Plus, you can watch your favorite shows and movies whenever you want, without annoying commercials. 2. Plastic baggies. We've all been there, reaching for a plastic baggie to pack our lunch or store leftovers. But have you ever stopped to think about how much money you're throwing away with each use? Now I've switched to reusable silicone bags and containers. Yes, they cost more upfront, but they last for years. I use them for everything from storing snacks to freezing meals. 3. Impulse purchases. Raise your hand if you've ever bought something on a whim and regretted it later. I used to be terrible at this, especially when shopping online. To curb this habit, I've started implementing a 24-hour rule. When I see something I want to buy, I wait for 24 hours before making the purchase. More often than not, I realize I don't really need or want the item after all. This simple trick has saved me from countless unnecessary purchases. 4. Cleaning products. There's a different product for every surface in your home, and they're not cheap. I used to have a cabinet full of these specialized cleaners, but then I discovered the magic of DIY cleaning solutions. Now I make most of my cleaning products using simple ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice. Not only are these homemade cleaners incredibly effective, but they're also much cheaper and better for the environment. My home is just as clean, and my bank account is much happier. Did you find the video helpful so far? Please consider liking the video and type I am saver in the comments below. And if you're ready to declutter your home, don't forget to join my 7-day declutter challenge. Link in the description. 5. Unnecessary groceries. Food waste is a huge problem, both for our wallets and the planet. I used to be guilty of buying groceries without a plan, which often led to forgotten vegetables rotting in the back of my fridge. It was like throwing money directly into the trash. These days, I plan my meals for the week and make a detailed shopping list. I stick to this list religiously when I'm at the store, which helps me avoid impulse buys and ensure I only purchase what I need. 6. Paper towels and napkins. Paper towels and napkins are convenient, but they're also a drain on your wallet and the environment. I've since switched to cloth alternatives, and I haven't looked back. I use cloth napkins for meals and microfiber cloths for cleaning. Yes, it means a bit more laundry, but the savings are worth it. 7. Dryer sheets. Dryer sheets seem like a laundry necessity, but they're actually an unnecessary expense. I used to love the fresh scent they gave my clothes, but I didn't love the constant need to buy more. Now I use wool dryer balls instead. They help reduce drying time and soften clothes, all without the need for disposable sheets. I add a few drops of essential oil to the balls for a natural fresh scent. It's a simple switch that saves money and reduces waste. 8. Greeting cards. Don't get me wrong, I love the sentiment behind greeting cards. But that cost can really add up, especially if you're buying them for every birthday, holiday, and special occasion. I've started making my own cards or sending e-cards instead. It's more personal, often free, and just as meaningful. For those times when I do want to send a physical card, I buy them in bulk or look for deals at discount stores. 9. New clothes. We all love the feeling of new clothes, but constantly buying the latest fashion can be a huge drain on your finances. I used to be a sucker for fast fashion, always wanting the newest trends. But I realized that my closet was full of clothes I barely wore. Now I focus on buying quality secondhand or vintage items. Not only do I save a ton of money, but I often find unique pieces that you can't get in regular stores. 10. Meals out. Eating out is one of life's pleasures, but it can also be a major budget buster. I used to eat out several times a week, thinking it was easier than cooking. But when I added up how much I was spending, I was shocked. These days, I cook at home more often. I've found that with a little planning, it's not as time-consuming as I thought. I still enjoy the occasional meal out, but now it feels like a special treat rather than a daily habit. Congratulations! You've made it halfway through the video, so we have a small gift from our side, which is the free 7-day declutter challenge, where you'll get daily checklists to help you declutter step by step. Plus, some exclusive bonuses to keep you motivated along the way. It's only available for a limited time, so click the link in the description or the pinned comment to join now. 11. Apps and in-app purchases. In our digital age, it's easy to accumulate app subscriptions and make in-app purchases without realizing how much they add up. I once found that I was paying for multiple apps I rarely used. Now I regularly review my app subscriptions and delete ones I don't use. I'm also more mindful about in-app purchases, asking myself if I really need that extra feature or virtual item. It's surprising how much you can save by being more conscious of these small digital expenses. 12. Bottled and canned water. Bottled water is convenient, but it's also expensive and terrible for the environment. I used to buy cases of water, thinking it was healthier than tap water. Now I use a water filter and reusable bottles. The initial investment in a good filter and bottle was quickly offset by the money I've saved on bottled water. Plus, I feel good about reducing my plastic waste. 13. Name brand items. We often associate name brands with quality, but that's not always the case. I used to be a brand snob, especially with groceries and household items. I've since learned that many generic or store brand products are just as good as their name brand counterparts, often at a fraction of the price. Now I'd always give the generic version a try before splurging on a name brand. 14. Tech gadgets. In our tech-obsessed world, it's tempting to always want the latest gadget. I used to upgrade my phone every year and buy every new tech toy that came out. Now I resist the urge to buy new tech unless it's absolutely necessary. I found that my slightly older phone works just fine, and I don't really need a smart toaster or a Wi-Fi-enabled coffee maker. By being more selective about my tech purchases, I've saved a significant amount of money. 15. Home gadgets and decor you never use. We've all bought things for our homes that seemed like a good idea at the time, only to have them gather dust in a corner. I once bought a fancy juicer that I used twice before it was relegated to the back of a cabinet. Now, before I buy any home item, I really think about whether I'll use it regularly. I've also started decluttering and selling items I don't use. It's freed up space in my home and put some extra cash in my pocket. 16. Online courses or classes you won't attend. Learning is great, but signing up for courses you never complete is just a waste of money. I've been guilty of this, especially with online courses. These days, I only enroll in courses that I'm truly committed to completing. I consider my schedule and whether I have the time to dedicate to the course before signing up. This approach has saved me money and prevented the guilt of unfinished courses. 17. Junk food. Junk food is not only bad for your health, but it's also bad for your wallet. I used to have a habit of grabbing chips or candy every time I went to the store. Now I limit my junk food purchases and focus on buying healthier snacks in bulk. 18. Home exercise equipment. How many of us have bought exercise equipment with the best intentions, only to have it turn into an expensive clothes rack? I once invested in a treadmill that I used for about a month before it started collecting dust. Instead of buying expensive equipment, I now focus on outdoor activities and free online workouts. There are so many great exercise videos available online, and walking or running outside is free. 19. Fast food. Fast food seems cheap and convenient, but it can really add up if you're not careful. I used to grab fast food for lunch several times a week, thinking I was saving time and money. Now I limit my fast food intake and focus on meal prepping instead. I make large batches of food on the weekends, which I can quickly heat up during the week. There you have it. 19 things I no longer buy to save money. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to join my free 7-day declutter challenge to take your decluttering journey to the next level. Click the link in the description to sign up.